Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to do a class that is little different from the usual class. Okay, let's not take it as a class. We can call it as a friendly conversation. So today we are going to learn some vocabulary, learn some fine-tuning words and a different kind of things. Before starting, I would like to share something from my childhood. When I was in class, maybe it was in 8 or 9, there are some few things that I would like to I usually like to do. And rubber band. So with the rubber bands, I made those rubber bands like a chain, and with those chain I made a ball. And after making the ball, when I showed to my friends, like, okay, I have made this kind of ball, so my friends they got shocked, like, and they asked me, what is this? I said I made a ball with the rubber band, and it was like it was quite heavy, like a deuce ball, and it could drop actually. So when they saw that particular ball, they got very surprised, and they said, like, can I play with this ball? I said, yes, okay, you can play it. So when they played the ball, they enjoyed that matter. On that time I thought everyone has their own skill, everyone has their own specific power that they can use it. Maybe they don't know it properly, so they can use it. They can think about their inner sanctum, they can think about their skills, and if you can rub your skills, you can develop your skills. So why I have said this to you, as when it comes to spoken English, people got afraid. And they usually think like, oh my God, like spoken English, so that means you have to know a lot of things, you have to study it, you have to study a whole lot of things. Yes, if you learn, you will know a lot of things, you will develop yourself, but when it comes to spoken English, I believe it's not that easy. It's only about your will and just your attention. Okay, so you get inspired, you believe yourself, you think about your skills, you try to know in which area you have the capability. So try to find those capability and start improve yourself. And without wasting time, let's get started. Okay, so this is the first class. So you don't know me properly and I don't know you. So whenever you go to some place, a new place, or you meet a person, what usually you do? You try to know each other. Suppose I have gone somewhere and I have met people, and I try to know each other. So what usually we do? First, usually we try to know their name, like what's your name, where do you live, what do you do, and all that. So we call it first meeting. So in this first meeting, what we usually do? We try to know each other a little bit more. So what we usually say? Can you guess? Oh yes, you are right. We call it introduction. As this is the first day, so today we are going to discuss about the introduction. Okay, so when it comes to introduction, can you tell me about your introduction? So pause the video now and try to tell your introduction in your own way. I know you have tried to tell me about your introduction, and okay, we will come to the introduction later. Before that, we are going to talk about some small aspects. Just take a look. Suppose this is a pond, and if we throw a stone into that pond, in which direction the waves will go? Towards this side or towards this side? Yes, you are right. The waves will go towards this side. So this is the larger place and this is the small place. When we throw a stone into a pond, the waves will create here and the waves will go towards the larger side. So take it as at. When we throw a stone or when we say a sentence, we usually use at before a small place. This is the small part. So when we use small place, we use at, and then we use in before the larger place. This is one part. We have just learned where to use at and where to use in. Now let's look at some vocabulary. First one, pursuing, apart, educational background, profession, homemaker, extra qualification. So now let's discuss what does it mean actually. Pursuing. What does it mean, pursuing? Can you try that? Okay, so after each word you can pause the video and you can try to guess what is the meaning or what can be the meaning of that word. So pursuing means, let me give you one example. Suppose if I say currently I am pursuing graduation. That means right now I am studying, pursuing, like right now I'm studying, I'm going. Okay, so pursuing is like I'm doing right now as the time being. Pursuing. Next is apart. What does it mean? Again, you can pause the video and try to guess and then listen to me what I say. Apart is like a little different or a little away from the main part. Apart. Okay. Next is educational background. What does it mean, educational background? That means what are the things that under the educational system. Okay, suppose you are doing something, suppose you are studying, and you are studying, apart from that you are learning dance. So there are some subjects, there are some criteria under the educational system. So we can describe it as educational background. Okay, next comes to the profession. Profession means to earn money. Okay, the work or the way a person earns money. That is like the person's profession. Like a person by profession, we can say by profession the person is a businessman. By profession the person is a teacher. Okay, so profession is by which work the person earns money. Next is homemaker. Homemaker, usually we say, we have a different word, we know a different word like housewife. Housewife, now you know the word, now you know the meaning. So homemaker is the same. Homemaker usually who maintains our home, who does all the works in the home, we can call those persons homemaker. As most of our mothers, they are homemaker. Next is extra qualification. Extra qualification, I have just told before, like if you are studying and apart from that you are learning dance also. So dance is your extra qualification. Okay, so try to remember these things, and now we are going to spell those words properly. This is called fine tuning. Okay, so now listen to me very well, listen to me carefully, and then repeat. Pursuing. When it comes to the R sound, we try to spell the R very, we try to make it invisible. We don't say pursuing, we say pursuing. Okay, so listen to me again and then repeat after me. Pursuing. Next, apart. Similarly, not apart, apart. Next, educational background. We can call it the educational and educational, both are right. So you can say both, but as we are now getting modern, so we will try to learn the modern pronunciation. Okay, so again listen to me carefully and then repeat after me. Educational background. Next is profession. Profession. Next, homemaker. Again the R sound will be invisible. Homemaker. Next, extra qualification. Extra qualification. Okay, now again you pause the video and try to spell those words with maintaining the fine tuning. So we have just learned where to use in, where to use at, and some vocabularies. Now as we started the class with the introduction, like we all are new, so we will try to introduce each other. Okay, so by the end of this lesson we are going to learn and we are going to give our introduction. By the end of this lesson we are going to learn some vocabulary that we have already done, and we are going to do some fine tuning. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures. Let's see, what can you guess? Now take a look on the board. There are some few pictures. So can you guess? There is a sequence actually. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So now you have to guess what is this actually. How you can explain one by one. Can you guess? Okay, so pause the video and then try. Now let me tell you, have you guessed? Okay, let's see how many sentences you have done correct. What is this? P. P for person. That means you. Next, it's like a home. So that means your home. So where do you live? Next, book. Book related is in which subject, with which subject is the book is related? Education. So you can talk about your education. Next, Who is that person? I know I have drawn the picture very well, so please forgive me, but who is he? Can you guess? He is your father. Okay, so now can you guess? Okay, so that means your father earns money. That means you have to talk about your father's profession. Next. Yes, you are right. She is your mother. And your mother's profession. Your mother's profession. Next. Who is Putke? And okay, there is a heart sign, love sign. So can you guess? I can give you one hint. There is a relation between Putke and love. So who is Putke? Okay, don't get me wrong. Putke, suppose you have a pet in your house, and suppose I have a pet in my house. So my pet's name is Putke, and I love my pet very much. Okay, and next is extra qualification. That means your extra qualification. I think now you have guessed right. This is all about your introduction. Okay, so if we can remember these pictures, we can talk about or we can give our introduction easily. And with the help of these pictures, you can remember the sequence easily as well. Okay, so let's try to say one by one. Suppose if I talk about myself, I am Bishwajit Bera. I live at Kakdip in West Bengal. I have done my graduation. My father's name is, my father is a businessman, teacher. My mother's name is, my mother is a teacher, businesswoman, doctor, or homemaker, you can say. We can also say housewife. But homemaker is, you can also use homemaker. It's a new word and it sounds a little different. So we can use also homemaker. Next, I have a pet. Its name is Putke. And I love my pet very much. And as an extra qualification, I am learning dance apart from my educational qualification. Okay, so we have just now discussed about the introduction. Now you can pause your video and you can try to give your introduction to your family members, to your father, to your mother, and if you have brother, sister, so you can give your introduction to anyone. So pause the video and try to explain. So as the picture, I have jotted down some sentences like, my name is, I live at Kakdip in South 24 Parganas or West Bengal. Currently I am pursuing this. Apart from my educational background, if I talk about my family members, there are 5 members. You can talk about their name. My father's name is, okay, my mother's name is, I have a pet, its name is this one, I love my pet very much, extra qualification. Then and other you can also add your hobbies. Okay, so now quickly I'll talk about and I'll tell you with these sentences with the fine tuning. So you listen to me carefully and then repeat. My name is, okay, so remember, when you talk, when it comes to spoken English, it's not about like you only speak in English. you have to maintain your tone. Like sometimes we rise, our voice go little up, and sometimes it gets down. Okay, so the rising tone and the falling tone of our voice, we have to maintain these things. So this is called intonation, the rising tone and the falling tone of our voice. So we have to maintain the intonation. We should not talk like a robot. If we say like, my name is Vishwadvira and I like that, so don't do like that. Try to maintain the fine tuning. If I say like a robot, it will sound bad. So try to maintain the fine tuning. Listen to me how I say these sentences and then repeat after me. My name is, I live in West Bengal. I live at Kagdip in West Bengal. Currently, I am pursuing, apart from my educational background, if I talk about my family, there are 5 members. They are, my father's name is, he is a teacher by profession. My mother's name is, she is a homemaker. I have a pet. Its name is, I love my pet. Apart from that, I am learning dance. Okay, so now pause the video and try to maintain the fine tune and practice it in your home. So that's all for today. Please try to practice in your home, and when you will be ready to give your introduction, please write down, or you can, if you can send the audio, you can send the audio in the comment box. So this is our first class that we have done. Let's see what we can do in the next class. So get ready to give your introduction in the comment box. And one thing I would like to tell you, when you will try to give your introduction, try to think about what you have, what you can tell them about yourself. If you just think about yourself, about what you have, then you can tell you can give your introduction easily. To conclude this class, I would like to request all of you who are watching this video now, we all are human beings, and human beings are prone to do mistakes. If I have done any mistakes, please forgive me, everyone. As we can say, read not to contradict and confute, not to believe and take for granted, not to find, talk and discuss, but to weigh and consider. Said by Francis Bacon. That means when we do something, we try to do those things for our society, for our students, for everyone, to develop things, not to make it as a, or not to take it as a different one. So we are doing all these things to develop our students, to push our students towards higher level. So if I have I try to do that same thing. If I have done any mistakes, please forgive me. And I would like to tell you, after the introduction, when you will get ready to give your introduction, please share your introduction in kagdeep.com's Facebook page in the comment section, or you can send us the audio as well. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind, Bharat Mata ki Jai. Be safe, be in your house, stay in your house, and keep smiling. Thank you, all of you.